Hello and welcome to my video on Eros score. This video is for beginners to understand how Eros score works. So you see down here the Eros score. In this video right now we have scored a golden age, which is very nice. First of all, what's the benefit of different ages? So a dark age gives you negative loyalty to your cities and the percentage penalties to production and growth. Very bad. A golden age gives you positive additional loyalty to all your cities and some percentage boost to growth and production. Very good. A normal age just leaves it as it is. When you had a dark age and then go the next time into a golden age, you will get a heroic age. That is even better than a golden age. It's even described down here, effects active this age. So more loyalty. Yeah, it's a bit more complicated than I just said, but that's the core concept of it. You can also check, of course, in here how Eros score golden ages and dark ages. Here is also a lot of description of that. It's very detailed and a lot of stuff that is not very important. Now, how do you get these ages? How do you get Eros score? There are many things that give you little Eros score, and it's best if you just search online if you want a detailed list. For example, a tribal village, so a goody hut, gives you 1 Eros score. Meeting another civilization gives you 1 Eros score. Clearing a barbarian encampment gives you some Eros score. If the barbarian encampment is close to your land, it gives you even more Eros score than when it's far away. It's between 2 and 4 Eros score out of a barbarian encampment. If you discover a natural wonder, you will get Eros score. If you settle right next to or 1 tile off a natural wonder, you'll get Eros score. If you settle on another continent, for example, if I settle up here in Lemuria, I will get Eros score. If you improve terrain that was either fertilized by a volcano or by a flood, you will get Eros score. If you build your nation's unique unit or unique improvement or unique district or unique whatever you have, you will get Eros score. So if I build a step well, I will get a lot of Eros score for that. If you build your first ship, you will get Eros score. If you build your first district that gives +3 or more, you will get Eros score. For example, for this district, because it's a +5 science district, I got Eros score. If you recruit a great person, you will get Eros score. Even more if you buy it while it was below 50% process. So in this case, if it's at 30 or less and I buy it, I get even more Eros score for it. Those are the primary ways to get Eros score. Another good way to get some Eros score is if you're the first to be sovereign of a city-state. For example, if you have an envoy and see, oh, 2 out of 3, I could get that, go get it if you need that Eros score. Now, if you think you can get a lot of Eros score, enough for a golden age, then try to plan for it. Try to get as much Eros score as you want. If you think you will not be able to get a golden age, but it should be easy to get a normal age, then don't bother to get higher in normal age. It's usually best if you just barely get what you want. So it's best if I get 54 or 68. Everything in between is technically less good. because the next age will get more expensive based on what you already have. So if you go beyond, especially in golden ages, if I would go for the next age beyond 68, every point that goes beyond that is technically completely wasted and just makes it difficult for me to get the next age. So try to save it up if you can. Of course, sometimes settling a natural wonder is urgent and you don't want to wait before someone else settles it, so you just settle it even you already have secured your golden age. But this way you can plan for it sometimes. And the benefits. If you get a dark age or a normal age, you decide in here for what gives you additional era score. Just read through it, close it, and check what is the smartest. Because it really depends on your situations. And there is no get-go strategy for that. While when you have a golden age, I will say monumentality is usually by far the best. If you have decent money or faith income, go for monumentality. It's super strong. While free inquiry and pen, brush and voice, if you read it, it's very basic what it gives. It's actually good. They are decent. They're no-brainers. While Exodus of the Evangelist is obvious if you want to get a religion with the +4 profit points, that's really good if you want to get a religion and can get a religion. Like when you see, oh, 3 religions already founded and the last one will be founded soon, then just don't pick Exodus of the Evangelist, because you will miss out even with the +4. But if you're like, oh yeah, I can get a religion only, like in this situation, it would be totally viable. Only one religion has been gone. And currently we are the only one producing profit points. So this would speed up the process a lot. So this would be good in our case. Now, why do I value monumentality so highly? Well, first of all, 2 movement for all builders. That's useful because you can move on a forest and chop it the same turn. Nice. Also, you may purchase civilian units with faith, and builders and settlers are 30% cheaper to purchase with faith and gold. Oof, that's really good. Let's see. With faith. Oh, I have to pick it. Let's quickly save the game in here, because I haven't done that yet. Okay, and let's pick monumentality to see. So you see, I'm producing a settler. Well, let's see in another city, in this city, in Chennai. I have 11.5 production. Building a settler would take me 14 turns. Consider I have the settler card locked in, so it's cheaper than it usually would be to produce it. Faith buying a settler costs me 320 faith. Money buying a settler costs me 640 faith. This would usually be much money. This would usually be much more. A builder only 170. That's usually so much more. While here only 85 for a builder. Right now I make decent money and okay-ish faith. So monumentality is not that strong right now. But sometimes you have a pantheon that gives you a lot of faith. This map didn't allow me to get a lot of pantheon faith. So yeah, so much about that. But if I had a pantheon that gave me a lot of faith, I could now go for monumentality and it would be amazing to faith by that. Because it saves so many turns. I mean, just because I want to faith buy a settler here doesn't mean I'm not producing this one. Of course, every time you get one, the next one is more expensive, but it still allows you to get free stuff. And sometimes I had games where I had like 25 faith per turn. And I had that early on. Maybe you have a civilization that gets more faith. Especially on higher difficulty, you tend to get more faith on some civs. For example, Gandhi's ability is +5 faith for each civilization, including India, they have met that has founded a religion. Well, On DT, the religions are usually gone all by turn 61, or rather around that. This means I would get already around 20 faith, so monumentality for me in this situation would be amazing on higher difficulty. Or maybe you're playing Indonesia, who gets faith for cities on the coast or something like that. Then monumentality is amazing. Otherwise, in this situation, I would of course recommend the other Golden Age benefit. The one that gives you free profit points. That's also really good. Just in this situation. So yeah, it's very situative, but when you prepare well, maybe you already know, or you can already assume that you will get a Golden Age, because you see the land and you realize, oh yeah, that will give me Golden Age points, that will give me Golden Age points, that will give me Golden Age points. Oh, very nice, and I'm already producing a lot of faith. Then you can save up money and faith for your monumentality. And then once you get it, bam, buy a settler, buy a builder, buy another builder, save up for another settler. Amazing, especially with Magnus on the second promotion. This one, settlers trained in the city do not consume a population. This includes settlers that I buy. So if I buy this settler with faith in here, I will not lose population. If I buy it in here where I don't have Magnus, I will lose population. So that can even allow you to quickly settle in a frontal city that has at least 2 population and Magnus in there. Do not forget, Magnus, as every other governor, after reassigning needs 5 turns to establish, which you see with the small little number on top of it. I can quickly reassign it to show you. Let's put it to Calcutta, down here, and now it will take 5 turns. Hey, we're still loyal in here, nice. So yeah, that's all about Golden Ages. And as you can read, you get several benefits that are really nice. But as you see, I mean, this means just like maybe 2 or 3 free builders and maybe 2 free settlers and some more movement for them. That's nice, but that's not something I wouldn't get otherwise. So it's just a boost to what you would get. It's just you get your stuff out a little bit earlier. Don't worry if you don't get a Golden Age. It's not that terrible. If you're new to this game, you probably best ignore the Golden Age era score stuff completely, because you need burp camps and unique improvement, natural wonders, how to get it. It seems rather complicated when you're still figuring out where you want to place cities and stuff. So I recommend, for very new players, ignore it. But once you have had a few games, you can try to line up Golden Ages after Golden Age. I have had games where I had like consecutive turns of Golden Age. So, yeah, try that. That was it all about Golden Ages and Era Score. See you next time.